Tesla's all-new major Model Y Project Juniper refresh has just leaked in a major way, and now we know not only what is changing with the all-new Model Y, but now we've got an idea on when it is finally coming. Plus, they're working on some big changes to Model S, Model X, Cybertruck, and a few other surprises that no one is expecting. Let me answer the simple question in this video, and that is, what is coming next from Tesla? Maybe that's not a simple question to answer. Let me tell you about the new refresh models coming soon. Let me talk to you about new features, big changes, discounts, price increases. Let me help you break down all this news, whether you should buy now or wait, and just answer all the big questions about Tesla's big plans for 2024, and also show off an amazing accessory made by this video's sponsor, Wolfbox, but a bit more on this in a moment. So, general Tesla news has been pretty quiet over the last couple of weeks. Ever since Elon took the stage of Tesla's Investor Day and sort of gave his spiel on what Tesla was working on, that was kind of it. We haven't gotten any groundbreaking new leaks on Model Y Juniper. We haven't heard anything new about Cybercab. Tesla had a pretty decent amount of deliveries for Q2, which investors are happy about, but that's sort of been it. And if you're wondering about Cybercab and all that stuff, I'll get into that more later on in the video, and we'll talk about that event happening next month. But in the meantime, I know most of you guys are wondering what's coming next with Model Y, when is the new Model Y coming, and what about other Tesla refreshes? If you've got questions on that, then, well, you're in luck because this is the video for you. Let me start first, though, with a model that will likely not be changing anytime soon, and that is Model 3. Now, the good news here is that Tesla just overhauled the Model 3 in a pretty amazing way, and now that we're finally starting to see some people take delivery of the performance model, things are very, very good for Model 3. Couple of recent changes you should know about is that the big one is that the long-range model now fully qualifies for the $7,500 federal tax credit. So if you wanted to go Model 3, but you didn't like the non-incentive price, good news is that as long as you qualify, the vehicle will now qualify. Also, to that end, I should talk about a really weird recent change Tesla's making, and that is basically giving two sets of cars, depending on the customer. For those who do qualify for the federal tax credit, they're getting, I believe it's LG-made batteries. I could be wrong on this, but it's a better battery chemistry from those in the know. And those who don't qualify for the federal tax credit are getting Panasonic-made batteries. And again, from those who have done a lot of tests on these batteries, they say that, one's not necessarily tremendously better than the other, but if you want the best charging capacity, best charging speed, all that stuff, you want to make sure you go with the federal incentive eligible batteries and not the other ones, as Tesla is trying to sort of save those eligible batteries for those who can take advantage of the tax credit and give the non-eligible ones to those who can't. Just a little pro tip for you, as Tesla's made that change recently. It's a little weird. You might be getting a little bit of a worse battery if you don't qualify, or at least tell Tesla you don't qualify for the federal tax credit. Or if you don't tell your preference, Tesla will likely give you one of the bad batteries. Another recent change, like I mentioned, is the launch finally of the Model 3 Performance. Now Model 3 deliveries are beginning to ramp up, and everything here is going really well. We're going to likely see some price adjustments over the next couple of months, as Tesla always sort of raises prices, lowers prices, all that stuff. But generally speaking, Model 3 is in a really good spot. And if you're looking to buy a Model 3, you can basically expect no major changes, or really even minor changes, for the next few years. It took Tesla between 2018 and 2020 to do their very first mid-cycle refresh, and the Model 3 didn't get any significant change until the fall of 2023. So it's going to be at least a couple of years until we see any dramatic change to Model 3. So if you're looking at that car, you're enticed by the current offerings, now is a phenomenal time to buy Model 3. But quick clarification on that point, just because Tesla doesn't announce or make any major changes, we know that time and time again, Tesla is very well known for making minor changes. They're constantly improving, they're making things better. The Model Y, Elon just recently said, is an example of this, that even if no big refresh is coming this year, the Model Y is constantly getting better and getting new features. But as Tesla does this, and these things are good, there are also some forgotten Teslas in the lineup that are in desperate need, or I shouldn't say desperate need, but could certainly use a refresh or a little bit of love and attention. And that, of course, is Model S and Model X, two vehicles which at one time were Tesla's crown jewel. These were their high-end, most luxurious top-end cars that now aren't bad offerings, but not super compelling because even the significantly cheaper Model 3 has some exclusive features that you won't get on like a $100,000 Model S or Model X. We've heard rumors for at least about a year now that Tesla was working to bring RGB ambient lighting, a front bumper camera, and probably a host of other Cybertruck-esque features over to Model S and Model X just to make those vehicles more compelling. But mum's been the word from every corner of the internet. Tesla has not said anything about this, and while Tesla has dramatically decreased the price of both Model S and Model X from their all-time high a couple of years ago, they're still, again, missing some core features. And if you're looking for the most luxurious, well, I shouldn't say luxurious, but if you're looking for the most advanced feature-packed Tesla, that would be Cybertruck or even Model 3 because that has some things that you just don't get inside of Model S and Model X. Now, of course, a refresh should be coming at some point. We know that Tesla is working on this, but we have no idea as of right now when that's coming. Maybe before the end of 2024, maybe sometime in 2025. We just don't know. Though I do still have to give credit where credit is due to Tesla because even if you've got a bit of an older car or you buy a new Tesla these days, they're constantly getting better, not just with, consistent hardware changes, but also lots of software changes too, with new features constantly being added. Also, I should just make this point very clear in the video. Doesn't matter which Tesla you go with, doesn't matter if you buy new, you go used, or really any vehicle you decide to pick up, everyone, and I mean everyone watching this video, needs this right here. This is an all-new portable tire inflator made by Wolfbox, which, let's just be honest, has the best design of any one of these we've all ever seen on the market. And I can honestly tell you that this is one of those accessories that you might not think of as being super important or something you should get day one with your brand new Tesla, but I promise you, and I speak from personal experience, it's one of those accessories you are going to use way more often than you think, and it's one of those things that you always are so happy you have when you get in your Tesla because when that dreaded low air pressure sign comes up, you can easily just pull this out of your frunk or trunk, you connect it to the wheel, you press a couple of buttons, and this thing just takes care of the rest. It could not be easier to get your tires inflated. In addition to this super cool and super unique and sleek design, this is packing a 12,000 milliamp hour battery that can last longer and inflate more tires on a single charge than the competition. And its ability to deliver 58 MLP means it's great for pumping up bigger tires like boats, RVs, SUVs, honky, chunky, Cybertruck tires if you got one of those. This thing is going to be absolutely perfect no matter which Tesla, EV, which car you've got. It's got a super nice and convenient built-in cord that lets you easily reach any tire no problem. And of course, it's super easy to use. Again, you just connect it up to the tire, you set your desired PSI here with the buttons on the screen, you press one button, and then this thing just takes care of the rest. It's going to automatically go and stop when the tire reaches your desired PSI. No more guesswork, no muss, no fuss. Whether you've got a brand new Tesla, you're going used, really no matter what vehicle you've got, this is a must-have accessory you've got to pick up right now. So if you want to learn more, check it out for yourself today. This brand new Wolfbox portable tire inflator with this amazing design, so much power. Hit the link right down below in the description to learn more and pick one up for yourself today. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. In fact, I just had a video recently showing off some really cool new features. You can check that video out at the end of this one if you missed it. But I did see a consistent comment more than a few times in the comments section, which I think people are right to point out, and that is that we are starting to see Tesla begin to degrade some of the older Teslas, namely the Model 3 and Model Y, or at least those models with the Intel Atom processor. If you go into your car settings, I believe you go sort of under the information screen, then go to more car settings or additional information, whatever it is, I'll show you here on screen. You can see what kind of processor you have, and we've slowly started to see Tesla remove certain new features from Intel Atom-based cars. First, it was just the Zoom app, which really wasn't a big deal because who wants to take meetings in their car anyways? But then it started to be other features reserved for the higher end vehicles. The new hands-free trunk operation is only in newer Model S's, X's, and the new Model 3. And then also this new refresh UI that gives you these cool animations and cool new renderings, according to Tesla, can only be done on the AMD Ryzen-based Teslas, which means that if you've got an older Tesla, you do not get this UI. Now, there's an argument to be made that this is mostly surface level stuff than core car functionality, but it is the beginning of a new chapter for some Tesla features, and we are beginning to see them start to sort of abandon some specific features for Intel Atom-based cars. Now, Tesla has done a very good job of trying to keep as many new features coming to all vehicles as possible, but if you do have an Intel Atom-based Tesla, I would definitely expect over the next couple of months, maybe even with the big holiday update coming later on this year, that some of those brand new features, especially if they're sort of more graphic intensive, might not be coming to your Tesla, I'm sorry to say. In terms of Cybertruck updates, things here are very interesting. Tesla just finally began shipping the tactical gray interior, which is a nice color combination if you're into the look. Though I will say, I think the white looks better. The white interior option has been rapidly been expanding to more customers. It's been the faster shipping option. Those who had configured the tactical gray weren't getting any movement on their deliveries. That is until recently, so Tesla has begun that. And also we're hearing that while Elon did say that production of non-Foundation Cybertruck series trucks would begin next quarter, Tesla might be wavering on that a bit. Now the Tesla website clarifies that Tesla will be delivering Cybertruck Foundation Series vehicles through late 2024. So there is a very real possibility that you won't be able to buy at least a non-Foundation Series truck until sometime in 2025. And it also seems increasingly likely that as Tesla works throughout their order or pre-order process, that maybe near the tail end, once they've gone through everyone, they might open up orders for a certain amount of time to anyone who's willing to spend the 100 or 120,000 price to get a dual motor or Cyber Beast version of the Cybertruck. So that's where we stand with Cybertruck right now. And of course, once the Foundation Series is over, that's when prices will settle back under the $20,000 sort of premium for Foundation Series, which would give you the dual motor Cybertruck at $80,000 and the triple motor Cyber Beast for $100,000. Of course, you are missing some accessories there that you get with Foundation Series, but that should be coming sometime likely next year as of right now. No major updates or improvements here because Tesla's still trying to make as many of these trucks as possible after just completing a recent recall on the windshield wiper motor. They're, I believe, ramping up to like 1,500-ish trucks a week. And just again, they've got a lot of orders to fill and just trying to make as many of these as possible. All right, so we've talked software updates, we've talked updates to Model S, X, 3. That leaves only one model in the lineup that we have to discuss, and that, of course, is Model Y, because the question I get every single day is, what is the latest on Model Y Juniper? And let me just tell you, here's what we know right now. So the abbreviated summary here is that Tesla is working on a Model Y refresh that's going to bring all the new features of Model 3 to Model Y. We're talking the new interior, RGB ambient lighting, ventilated seats, rear screen, new design. Everything here is going to be very good. And there is even some speculation that Tesla might take things a step further and bring some Cybertruck features over to Model Y Juniper as well, namely two things in particular. Possibly steer-by-wire, which would be a game changer on Model Y, and then also a front bumper camera, which, to be quite honest, should just be there already. That would be very amazing to see. There are some other things we could see as well, like the 48-volt architecture. We could see a powered front trunk, maybe some new colors and other things. And up until recently, Model Y Juniper leaks have been pretty few and far between. We got a leak of a part that we think is allegedly the new center console for Model Y Juniper. We got some kind of grainy spy shots of what we think is Model Y Juniper being tested over in Europe at Giga Berlin. But lately, folks, like as of filming, we just got our biggest leak yet. And that is a high-quality shot of a Model Y camouflaged sitting in Southern California, supposedly sort of being tested in the same way that the Model 3 Highland was before it was released. And this basically matches everything we saw with the previous Model 3, so it looks to be pretty credible. We've got the front and the back camouflaged because obviously Tesla is hiding that all-new redesign for the front and back of the car. Obviously Tesla has to test this on roads, just like we saw with Model 3. This is by far the biggest leak of Model Y Juniper we've gotten, and also does solidify a bit the timeline of what we think we could see with this thing, seeing as Model 3 was sort of on public roads being tested in a similar manner about 6 or 7 months before its launch. That would give us a pretty good sort of timeline to sort of follow here with Model Y, giving us about a 6-month window as to when we could see Model Y Juniper launch, which could be possibly before the end of the year. We could maybe see a launch in Q4 of Model Y Juniper, at least in some parts of the world, if the timeline on Model 3 aligns to what Tesla is doing now with Model Y. According to Bloomberg, we could see a Model Y refresh production begin anytime this summer for specifically the Chinese market. Tesla has said over and over again that this is their most competitive market. This is where they need to bring their A game. They admit this, and that is where we could see Model Y Juniper launch first. We've heard from Reuters independently that we could see a Model Y Juniper launch as early as the end of 2024 or sometime early in 2025. And Tesla has stated over and over again, and Elon himself trying to debunk the rumors, saying no Model Y Juniper refresh is planned for this year. He says that Model Y is always getting improved. There's always stuff changing. So that's what you can look forward to, but no Model Y refresh coming this year. Really, what the true answer of this is unknown and really comes down to who you believe on the timeline. It seems like, at least originally, that Tesla was targeting a late 2024 optimistically, or maybe probably more likely, early 2025 launch of Model Y Juniper, but due to various Cybertruck production delays and corporate restructuring and all that stuff and shifting priorities, that some things got moved around and maybe the Juniper refresh got knocked back a bit in the emphasis of things in the priority list. Obviously, it's still in the works, but we don't know where it is on the list. It seems like as of right now, if I was to be a betting man and tell you sort of when I think it's coming, looks like as of right now, early 2025 is when we are going to see the refresh, though keep in mind, like Model 3, Tesla has been known very much recently to be doing different international rollouts. So they'll do a new color here and a new feature there. They'll introduce the new model here, then make it available there. Things are very much shifting and in flux. So I think there's a very good chance that the Model Y Juniper does come in early 2025, but it might only be coming to the Shanghai market or the Chinese market for vehicles built at Giga Shanghai, and then coming to more parts of the world later on in the year. Though again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's not been really any talk about this recently. Really, the last leak or set of leaks we got was the alleged center console. We got some alleged spy shots of the exterior of this vehicle, and that has been it. There's been murmurings and chatter that Tesla's working on this, but no definitive answer on a timeline or when it's coming besides Elon and Tesla's official comments. So if you want a Model Y in 2024, there really isn't any concrete evidence to stop you, though I will say that if you want the new design, you want better features, and you want, I think, a better car for the money, I would certainly be waiting, if you can, until 2025, or at least later on this year, because that is when we should get some more info on the big Model Y Juniper refresh. And if you made it to the very end of the video, I've got a secret you need to know, and that is that you can actually win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000 cash. Yes, you can even win a brand new Cybertruck. This is all made possible by Chicago Chesed and their 10th annual Tesla raffle happening right now. And if you haven't heard of it before, Chesed Chicago is dedicated to helping families in crisis. It's a nonprofit. They're funding 80+ programs and trying to help families get back on their feet by offering goods, services like food, furniture, job placement, and so much more. And for a limited time, in addition to your chance to win a Tesla or cash, if you buy 2 or more tickets before July 11th, you'll automatically be added into a second prize drawing for the chance to win a bottle of Tesla tequila valued at $1,600 and no extra charge. So if you want the chance to win a Model S, X3, Y Cybertruck, or $50,000 cash, link is down below, and you can get $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets by using my special promo code Robert. Hurry up though, tickets are limited. Only 9,999 tickets will be sold, so get your tickets today. Do not wait. Again, link is down below, and use that special promo code Robert. Also, just want to give a big thanks to Masterworks for sponsoring and supporting this channel. They have got over 400 artworks in their collection from names you've heard of: Picasso, Warhol, and Banksy. And as the economy right now is up and down and up and down, you're probably looking for a different investment strategy. And one of the best places to actually put your money is in fine art. Billionaires know it, banks know it, and now you can get a piece of the action as well. Masterworks makes it so simple, so easy. Over 900,000 users have signed up, and if you want to get immediate access, skip that wait list. All you've got to do is scan scan the QR code on screen right there, or head to masterworks.art/Rosenfeld to learn more and get started today. And again, skip that waitlist and get immediate access right now. Of course, though, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments what you are most looking forward to from Tesla this year. Is it a new color you want to see? Is it a new model? Is it a new refresh, new Model Y? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And also, if you stay to the very end of the video, I want you to include an emoji in your comment, any emoji you want, for a chance to win some free Amazon gift card money. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. I've got a lot of really cool stuff planned for you guys this month, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you all. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you in the next one.